some of my paintings, I'm looking to restore the life in the old buildings to how they once were back in their glory days. This is the Painted Desert Trading Post, which is in eastern Arizona. The building is still there now, but you have to drive 2 or 3 miles off the interstate down a dead-end road to get to it. Its isolation, I think, has saved it. It's on the banks of the Dead Wash, which is an appropriate place for this place to be because it is a stark white ruin with black eye holes of windows. It looks like a skull sitting there on the edge of the painted desert. And I had some reference material, including an old family movie that was on a video recently that showed an airplane landing at this place to fuel. And I was able to restore the old pumps and the old signs to how it looked back in the 50s. But in the painting, I composed it to show kind of a sense of the isolation of this place. This was one of the desert outposts out on the lonely stretches of 66 that just existed just by hanging on to the edge of the road, hoping for the traveler to come by and stop on their way to the more populated areas. Now, I also do paintings that feature the ruins like they are today. This is the old modern cabins in Conway, Texas. This is east of Amarillo. And it's ruins now. It's a junkyard. There's all sorts of interesting old junk cars that park out in front of this, but no tourists anymore. And I wrote an article for a magazine talking about places like this that haunt the edges of the old road, that you're standing there, you can't help but be struck with, okay, who stayed there over the decades? What kind of families stayed there on their vacations? Where were they going? What were they doing? And in this painting, I incorporated the ghostly images of a typical tourist family, like they might have looked when they were checking in. I try to capture either the feeling of the location back when it was alive, the lighting, the detail, the sense of being there, or I try to capture the sense of abandonment and rust, like it looks today. So I'm trying to preserve the past, and I'm also trying to preserve the present of some of the Route 66.